So Dick Cheney has continued his Please Don't Hang Me for War Crimes tour this week, and he's beginning to show a bit of concern. He's been saying for months that torture works and it's saved lives in this country, but now he's starting to fudge. Cheney's now saying that torture is part of a larger interrogation process actually brings results. So in other words, if they've interrogated a suspect and he was tortured at any time, that's why they got the information.
But the way I would describe them is they have to do with the detainee program, the interrogation program. It's not just waterboarding, it's the interrogation program that we used for high-value detainees.
Nuremberg candidate Cheney and his fellow conservative Republicans have been trying to argue that it's not about the legality of torture or the morality of torture or how it affects our view in the rest of the world. It's all about whether or not torture works.
I mean, one of the reasons these techniques have survived for about 500 years is apparently they work.
The dirty little secret of this program is it worked. It stopped the next terrorist attack. It stopped.
Well, Republicans might be right on this account. Torture often does work. It works in eliciting exactly what it's designed to do: false confessions. Now, I'll tell you who knows this for sure. John McCain knows it.
I wrote a confession. I was guilty of war crimes against the Vietnamese people. I intentionally bombed women and children.
And you did it because you were being tortured? And you reached the end of the line?
Yes, but I should have gone further. I should have. I never believed that I would break, and I did.
So who can blame him? John McCain broke under torture, and he knows what the rest of us knows, that whether it was the Salem witch trials, the Inquisition, Pol Pot's regime, any number of tyrannical regimes, torture is used to elicit false confessions. It often works, and I'll tell you who else knew this: Dick Cheney. That's right, Dick Cheney. When he had to sell to this country that the Iraq war was justified because there was a nexus between Iraq and al-Qaeda terrorists, he went and did exactly what every oppressive regime has done in the past to justify their policies. He asked our people to torture so he could get that information. So when Dick Cheney says torture works, you can sort of agree with him. It works in eliciting false confessions, but it's still illegal. Just like it was in the 1940s when we hung Japanese soldiers for waterboarding American POWs during World War II.